Well, I just got done visiting with my brother Mark. He got smushed up in an accident the other night, little fender bender in Yonkers. Back sore and his leg sore. He broke some ribs, but he'll heal up. He looked pretty good today when I saw him, so I was glad he was feeling better. We're going to finish our videos off, so I want to run through racehorses with everybody. Brace for Landing missed this week. We'll race him next week in Dayton. Just trying to rearrange my schedule so that I know what I'm doing for next week. I believe if we get our horses in, I think you're going to see Casanova Hall head to Dayton next week. Now this is all predicated on the idea that Drebin will sell on Monday. If Drebin doesn't sell, then it'll likely be Brace, Drebin, and Casanova Hall fits a class that Drebin just got released from last night with his win. So, Brace for Landing the plan is to race him at Dayton next Friday evening. Who's next? Brace. I can't be right, is it? Save America? Can you read those to me, honey? There's 3 down. I just don't want to keep looking down. It's not safe.
Brace, Save America.
Save America is racing tonight in the Open. He's got the 8 hole. It's a bit of an odd Open. They combined it with the numbers of 10,000 because they couldn't fill it. So I don't really know what to take. I didn't look at the entries, but I know he's 3-1. I know Jason thought his chances were good, so we'll see how he plays out tonight. Who's next?
Spitfire.
Spitfire was fantastic last night. Now, it wasn't the Open, but it was a good start back for him. I told you guys, big, strong horses like Spitfire, they don't just come right out of the gate charging sometimes, unless you have them dialed and, screwed right down tight and ready to rock, which I knew, Stacy just had him ready to go. He would take a couple of starts, and he did a winner last night in 54, and he looked good doing it. Next, a phone away. Which Mounds? Tactical Mounds is racing tonight. Race 1, the Breeders' Crown for aged mares. Now,
I don't think it's race 1 because they start at 6.
Oh, then
at 7 something.
Oh,
right?
7:30. You're right. So it's not race 1. It's the first one we have going tonight. He's Tactical Mounds. She'll race tonight, and I'm hopeful of good things. Look, the heat turned my maps off. This phone couldn't annoy me more right now if it wanted to. If we were driving by a phone store and said, "Phones, trade your phone in right now," I'd wheel in and just run this over. I guess I couldn't if I had to trade it in. I'm going to need you to look up Cosimo's Italian restaurant. So Tactical Mounds racing tonight at the Meadowlands. Good luck to all my partners with Tactical Mounds in the aged mare division of the Breeders' Crown. Texong Soprano. A little flat the other night. I actually wanted to talk to Megan about him. I was wondering what went on. Obviously, Mark was supposed to drive him, and he got smashed up earlier.
Is that where it went?
Cosimo's, yeah, Cosimos. It's an Italian restaurant I ate in I don't even know what town it was in. Not far from Mark's and not far from Mark Ford's training center. Last time I was up here, it was good.
7 kilometers.
7 kilometers. Well, that
I
is.
don't know why it's 10 kilometers.
It's weird. They built it right on the hill of a school. That giant house up there. They're playing baseball. That's really cool. Who do we got next?
All gas.
All gas, no brakes. I had some emails from people saying, Anthony, is he hurt worse than you're saying he is because he's not in this week? No, what had happened was he jumped on his foot and ended up developing a quarter crack. Dominic put a window bar on him. Now, he was going to school him tomorrow. I haven't heard back from him yet. I know he was trying to stall so he could get it dried right up and trained. And I said, listen, it is what it is. You can't race the horse if he's not at 100%. Now, he's going to be a little short his next start. Having said that, make sure he's tight. No half measures. So make sure his foot's good, make sure he's sound, make sure he's tight. So that's a plan with All Gas. Greatest Ending, qualified twice now. I thought his qualifiers were kind of ho-hum. We'll see how he races his first start. Obviously, the biggest problem with him is his feet tying up. He's sound, he qualified well, but I would like to see what he can do. I'm intrigued to see what this race is going to bring this week. JK Victory is out in the field right now. We did bring him back. As I told everybody, we were going to bring him back after his last start, turn him out for a few weeks, bring him in, train him up, and then we'll decide. He did get around the Meadows. We raced him at the Meadows when his first start, when I drove him. Thought he raced adequate. He's not going to pace 49 at the Meadows, but he's going to be a solid competitor. And what we do with him heading into the latter part of the fall is unknown just yet. Looks like money. Winner, 2 starts back, and then again raced in the preferred.
Cool. We went through.
Yeah.
I went through it with them.
Oh, you went through that?
when I was here last time.
Oh, really?
It was really cool.
Oh, that's cool. So, looks like Moneyless. We need to get him back to an open level of competition. If we can't, then we're going to buy an open trotter, send him to Ontario, and then we'll see what happens. It looks like money after that. But we are not going to race horses that can't do. And whether it's an open trot or, a claimer or a maiden, it doesn't matter. We need to do more and be more vigilant with racing our horses in where they belong. And if it looks like Money doesn't belong in the open, then he's not going to race there. So we'll see how that plays out. We will have, my goal for this fall will be have an open pacer and an open trotter for Mohawk. That's easier said than done, but that will be my goal. Who's next? Neptune. So both those Australian horses got a little sick when they come back. Not shocking. They came from another hemisphere. It does happen all the time, but you got to be patient. So when the mucus is in their nose, but when their temperature is subsided, and it can stay subsided and controlled without medication, light jogging, let that mucus dry up on its own, let the horse get acclimated, and then we'll start training him. So he and Troisa are jogging right now. They have not trained since they left Ohio, but they will start this week, I suspect. Next.
Rock Shining Star.
Rock Shining Star was good yesterday. Had to pace 15-1, 50-2 at the Meadows and raced good. Jeremy got stuck in a spot where he was third along the rail. I think if he did the best he could, he got a great trip with the horse. We just need to have listen, at the end of the day, we need a better outcome. It's not his fault. It's not the horse's fault. The horse can do. Just need to be in a little more favorable position, and I think he got everything he was going to and could get yesterday.
Serious Dragon.
Serious Dragon is in the sale Monday. Not the line I wanted to have going into a sale, but anybody that watched him race knows what happens. He left from the outside in the park. The thing I don't understand, this horse sprung off the gate 26 and a piece a couple of times when we first got him back, and now is kind of lagging a bit at the gate. So it begs the question, where's the fifth gear at the start? And I drove him his last start. I had to really chase him off the car, whereas times before he sprung off there real good. So I have to ask myself, what's going on with him? It's not soundness, or it's sound as a dollar, but something is taking away from the power off the car. And if we end up keeping him after Monday, then we'll decide what that is. But a hell of a mile from him yesterday. Parked the whole way. It was 6th or 5th, beat 2 lengths. Horse raced very good.
3-point Blue Chip.
3-point Blue Chip raced great. If Kane had got him out just even a half a length quicker, he's a winner, I think. He's not an easy horse to drive, especially when he comes with instructions. Don't put him on the front. Don't be first over. It kind of handcuffs what you can do with him. Leave and sit. Well, he left. He sat. He drove the horse perfectly, and he just got beat closing hard at the wire 4th. And I would suspect mere feet after the wire he was gone.
That's good for him.
It was good for him, and he raced very, very good. Yeah.
So Troisa you already did.
Troisa, again, same thing as Neptune. Jogging right now. We'll begin training him next week, probably.
Yo Mister.
Yo Mister will race this week. He's in the claiming side, the 70 Canadian claimer. He might be worth a little bit more than that, but at the same time, we have to put him in a place where he can do. Looks like he is. We'll see how he does on Monday in that class. You'll likely see him show up. In another venue, but I looked at the open trot at the Meadows. That was a tough crew the other day. So Benjamin Hanover had won the race. So I'm trying to be as weary as I can as to our movements with Yo Mister moving forward. I don't want to make 2 trips when we only need to make 1.
Chevron.
Chevron's bypass. I'm going to train on Monday morning. I'm going to drive. That's the other problem. Is there a class for Chevron's bypass in Dayton? Because I can't go to. Oh no, they don't race on Friday anymore at Northfield. They only race at the Meadows in Dayton. So it'll be Saturday. I'll drive Chevron's bypass. That's a lie. Next Saturday. No. Next Saturday we're supposed to be on our way to.
Yeah, but you said we were going to the Meadows first.
The Meadows, not Northfield. That's Saturday. Yeah. So, I don't know. I want to drive her next start. So I want to talk to Jason about where we're going to race her and what we're going to do. I thought that if we could get her in Dayton, that would be good. But I can't race her alone on a Dayton trip. You'd have to be on a truck with other horses. So we'll see how Chevron's bypass. First things first, I'm going to train her myself on Monday.
The bird mares. Stay close.
Stay Close is in the sale on Monday. we may very well just buy Stay Close back, but at the end of the day, I can't sit by idly and watch the classes not fill and then him draw the outside. The outside draw, there's nothing you can do about that. And I don't blame the kid for getting parked on the other day. I wouldn't have got parked because you can blast him out of there, but without knowing the horse that well, here's the thing, and any driver will know or does know this, even a kid, you're going to learn that when you're 10-1 from the outside, unless you have a very close relative leaving on the inside of you, then you'd want to get out of there. And if that's all that Stay Close get out of there for him, that's fine. But you can't be looking left for hole. You have to go forward, full steam off the car. And Stay Close leaves well from the outside, but he's not an easy horse to drive. So I certainly don't blame Justin. He did the best he could with the horse. He ended up parked. And then lo and behold, you go to enter him, class didn't fill. You go to enter him, class didn't fill. All right, enough's enough. I'm not playing this game. I'm not racing him in the open because that's the only class he can get in. I'll just put him up for sale. And if we have to move him, I will. But if we have to keep him, I will also. I'm not giving him away. As I said many times, Monday is not a fire sale at all. If the horses don't sell, they don't sell. We'll see what takes place Monday on the preferred website.
And Delicious Stone.
Delicious Stone, a little trickier situation there. He had some real issues with his throat when he went back. He had a gigantic ulcer that was causing problems. We actually had to take that membrane out. It's a very normal procedure, but his was in an abnormal way. So all eyes will be peeled on. He's making noise when he's training. So if that can't be rectified, then I don't know. We're going to have to cross that bridge when we come to it. But it was a problem heading into when we sent him back over to Ontario. The reason we sent him to Ontario to begin with was to get looked at by a specialist and then treated accordingly. That has been done. Now we're just waiting to see what the results of all the procedures there. And Patrick the Piranha is back with Tim now. He'll be ready to go very, very soon. Patrick the Piranha is a good horse and will continue. I remember what we have to do. You got to go up here, pull a Yui, and it's in that parking lot right there. I know where I'm going now, yeah. Patrick the Piranha is a good horse and will be a good horse all winter long for us. So with that, I'm going to let you go. You're up to date with your race horses. You're up to date on my brother Mark's injuries. He's in good spirits. He's feeling good, and he will heal up. Just glad that he didn't land on his head. I joked about it, but I wasn't really joking. He's had a couple of concussions. It's been a problem, and didn't land on his head at all this time. So everything else will heal. He'll be fine in due time. So with that, I'll let you go. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. We're here now at the restaurant. Going to get a bite to eat and head back into the Meadowlands. Take care.